Oh, we're the lads. We're here in Sunderland. Long trip to the northeast for the men's football first, who are taking on the University of Sunderland's first. It's round one of the cup. Only a division separates the team, so seems like it's going to be quite an entertaining match. You have a lovely commentary duo of Sean and Alfie today, and I'll be behind the camera with Thomas, and we'll see you at full time.
Cheers, Bix. We're back up in Sunderland. We made a 3-hour drive, haven't we, Alf?
Yeah, we did. It's been a cold night, but in for some good action here.
Yeah, it's a long one. It's a bristly one, but here for a cup clash, first round. How do you see it going?
It's a tough one. I mean, both Sunderland's first and Salford first are unbeaten so far this season. Salford 3 wins out of 3. Sunderland 2 draws in the first 2 games. So it'll be interesting to see here. I reckon. I mean, you've got to support Salford here, but it could be a close one.
Yeah, it's looking like it's going to be a tense affair. Tantalising, but there's some brilliant players on the Salford team, isn't there?
Honestly. Oh yeah, I mean, obviously Leo.
Talent on the way.
Leo 4 goals this season. Ryan with 3 as well. No Lecky today who scored 3. So it'll be interesting to see. I think Big John in midfield for Salford is going to be a big miss, but we are centre mid duo of Rory and Ellison. I think should be covered, but it'll be interesting to see.
Well, we are away up in the northeast, and it's already a tasty affair.
It's what you love to see, isn't it?
It really is. Long ball played up to the Sunderland striker. An easy claim for Ollie to begin proceedings. For the first sort of calm few seconds of this match, even though we're only about 20 seconds in.
No, well, I mean, they're a crunching tackle over there by their defender, but like I said earlier, it's going to be an interesting game, this. I think it's been a long ride, like we said earlier, 3 hours on the coach, so it'll be interesting to see how the Salford lads do. I mean, we were saying on the coach it was supposed to be a 7 o'clock kick-off. We got here and then they said it were a 7:15 kick-off, and now we're starting and it's just gone 7:30. So it'd be interesting to see if the coach journey's affected the boys, but so far we're looking all right on the ball.
You're right. I think the long journey, the delayed kick-off, it's bound to have an effect on the Salford team, but they are making a bit of a pavement towards the goal here. Cross straight into the box. First action inside the box.
Nice cross from
It's going to come out. Heavy touch from number 8. They'll look to hold it up, but bring it forward. Salford having to regroup. Sunderland play it back and recycle.
Really interesting to see the partnership of Leo and Ryan up front. Like we said, Leo with 4 goals this season, Ryan with 3. This ball goes out for a goal kick.
He really is a player who knows what he's doing in front of the goal. He has definitely. The cutting edge, the touch, the skill.
Yeah, I mean, he had a very stop-start season, Leo, last season, getting an ankle injury, which really ruined his season. But the partnership with Ryan, who were playing for the seconds last season, it's a dangerous one. Look at Ryan, his presence is unbelievable, and Leo in the runs behind. It's going to be interesting to see how they play today.
It's a good system they got set up going forward, and we've seen that now with a long goal kick from Ollie.
Good head from Rob there.
Free kick given to Salford. This could be a chance to put a ball into the box, maybe put it on a Salford head it towards goal, maybe cause a bit of discomfort for Sunderland in the box.
Well, he likes a good set piece, Rob, so it'll be interesting to see where it goes here. Joe Gordon looks like he's going up for it.
It's an interesting way to sell for Sunderland because they don't seem to have too many. Oh, they are tracking back now. Salford spread out across the edge of the box. It's a nice ball in. It might test the keeper, but good claim.
Very good claim there. Looked to count
Excellent
straight away.
Ball.
Easy for Ollie there.
Ollie will take it and redistribute quickly. It's a fast-paced match end-to-end already. It's what we love to see. It's what we make the trip for.
Cal Paul on the right now.
The transitional, he's offside there, but the transitional play I was just about to touch on is already above the edge. You know, first team University, it's a high level.
Oh,
but you've got to be quick on the counter, and these guys are showing it here.
100%. I mean, when the 4th team are playing with me, it's crazy the difference. I mean, we can get away with it training at playing a little bit slower, but it's as fast as it comes, and as it should be. These are ex academy players here, and I've been to a couple of training sessions, and it's great to see the quality that the Salford uni has in terms of players.
Yeah, it's testament to the way they train, the way they press, and we have a chance on the edge of the box here. Great shot.
Good block.
Blocked in the way. But it's a good show of the threat that Salford have going forward.
Definitely, like we said earlier, with Ryan and Leo, but not only them two, you've got Edgar on the right at the moment, who had an amazing season with the seconds last season getting promoted, and it's the same with RJ on the left here. He's got a threat, so it'll be very interesting to see if we can utilise the wingers in this very cold affair.
Good use of the body there from Salford centre half.
Nice tackle there from
He's not really giving any time to breathe for the Sunderland striker, who's had a bit of a torrid time up front the first few minutes.
No, definitely not. But I mean, look at him, what a presence he is. I mean, we talk about Ryan being a presence for us, but he is a big lad. I wouldn't want to be Tom Allen marking him today.
The defenders are going to be hard pressed with him in the box.
Oof ball there
forward,
from
Ryan's
Rob.
going to apply a bit of pressure, headed back deftly to the goalkeeper, played from number 3.
Rob came to the game wearing his stony today, so I'm expecting some big challenges from him at left back.
Proper British centre half, traditional. Reminiscent of a Ryan Shawcross.
Won't go that far, lad.
Not really shown anything with the goal
No,
kick.
there's been a couple
so
of
far.
times so far where that ball just over the top's not been utilised. I mean, you can see what they're trying to do here with the big number 9
Definitely.
up front, but nothing seemed to be working
I
so
do think
far.
that shouldn't fester in Salford's head, because one good ball could be the end. It could break through the defence.
That's
if
it.
they caught guard.
And I mean, we're talking about how big he is, but Tom Allen, he's no mug. He's a brilliant centre-back who can drive with that ball, so he'll have no issues today. Nice ball over the top.
A lot of wide play for Salford. Must be the way they want to utilise the wingers they have on display.
Definitely.
Brilliant drive through from number 8.
RJ now with it.
Look to move inside, but strong challenge from the tracking midfielder.
And I mean, just look at this press. No time for the Sunderland lads to get the ball down.
It's brilliantly worked. It's definitely something that they've been working on.
Oh, 100%. I mean, I were in the changing room before the game, and Joe were making it known that he wants them to press on the ball. And speaking of Joe Gordon, an amazing header there.
An amazing header, but Salford need to regroup and fast. Sunderland paving their way into the box. Could be a chance if number 9 can get on the end of his cross. He's pulled it back.
Away
No
by
one
Ellison
happens to
there.
be there.
Edgar's been out-muscled.
Brilliant keep ball from the Sunderland midfielder. Dropping
Nice head from Tom, but can they get it away?
one on the
Looked
edge.
like a foul there.
Referees pulled it for the foul, and rightly so. Bit of time to breathe now. Bit of unrest from the crowd.
Yeah, I know, but Salford will take that. Like I said, it's been a bit of a restless first bit
You can
of the
already
game.
see pants from the Salford and Sunderland players.
Oh, you know it's going to be a good game.
Yeah, it really is. Brilliant to be on the comms.
Be interesting to see if Salford can utilise the height here. It's a nice win by Ryan. Don't
Get it
think
on.
he knew much about that.
As long as you put yourself about, but the Sunderland striker comes back, dropping
Lovely
deep
from
to get the
Tom
ball
Allen.
and bring it forward.
Ryan against
If
the
Ryan
big
can
man
keep
here.
it, it's gone out for a
Unlucky
throw-in,
there.
unfortunately.
And I tell you what, if I were playing, I wouldn't want to be coming against Ryan
You
or
do.
their number 9.
You would
Good
not.
God.
He really loves to put himself about his physicality.
Scary. Nice
Away
clearance
by
from
Ellison. Just evaded Ryan, but he's got it back, and he's
Lovely
played one
strength.
through Bolter.
And he'll press that. What can the keeper do?
He
Slices
really
it.
put him under pressure. The slice wasn't ideal for the keeper, but
He moves that back.
And what can they do from the throw-in?
it's quite a high press position. Sunderland plays in a packed, small kind of area. Not much space to utilise because of it, but they've got the players to intertwine through. Support behind. Back to the defence and recycle.
And that's another thing. They won't mind recycling Salford. Obviously, they want to win tonight, but they know that it's all about making sure that there's no mistakes.
Of course, overall, the most important thing is keeping the ball out of their own net, because
100%.
penalties is a chance to get through at the end if you don't even score.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, Salford seconds were unlucky earlier to have been defeated on pens, and as much as there's no better feeling winning on pens, there's also that gut-wrenching feeling of obviously losing. So I don't think the Salford lads will want it to go to pens, but
Of course, and do you think they'll have that in their minds, knowing that the twos have just had that result?
I don't think so. Look, these lads they're a great group of boys, and I think throughout the whole of the 4 teams, everyone's got that connection. But
as they pave their way,
there's a chance.
Right. The keeper's just stuck his leg in the way. It's excellent reactions, cat-like reactions, but it's a brilliant chance for Salford, and they'll be ruining that later.
Oh, I thought Rory could have done better there. A bit of a shank from him, but what a position that way for Salford there. Very unlucky.
Straight back down the line. Brilliant urgency from Salford, transitioning from that out of possession into moving it forward. May not have materialised, but it's a brilliant sign to see it moving forward so quickly.
Very promising so far by Salford. Rob on the ball now. Nice ball down the line, unlucky there.
Keep it away from danger, that's all that matters.
Well, that's definitely the best chance of the night so far.
100%. As much as it's good goalkeeping, I think number 8 will be disappointed with the way he took that.
With that, but look, it's promising sign so far. He'll keep his head up.
Lots of time left in the match. Salford, from what I've seen, have been the better team.
100%.
Sunderland have threats. They just are yet to bare their teeth at Salford.
Yeah, I think, like we said earlier, we know that they're looking for the big man up top, but they just don't seem to be any good on the ball so far. It's really hard to see. You can tell that Salford have settled into the game.
You're right. I don't usually like to make early generalisations, but it does seem quite a flat, one-dimensional system for Sunderland.
Definitely.
And Salford, at their game, can definitely come away with this into the second round.
Lovely running by Leo there.
Ellison picks it up. Lovely quick movements. Support from Joe is always there. The fullback makes the run. He's looked for him, but I'm not sure it's going to reach him on this occasion.
No, it's a good run from Rob there. He likes going forward. It's unlucky.
If it can get picked up on the edge of the box, I think that's something that they are looking for. When it goes into the middle, it doesn't work out. There are players waiting outside.
You can't be giving Rob that much space either, because he has got a wicked cross on him.
And he has shown that in this game. He has been up there. He's put 1 or 2 in. It's just whether someone can be there, and that will come if it carries on being put into the box.
Definitely. Nice recovery from Joe there. Tries a cross
Another
ball to
long
RJ.
ball. RJ's touch is heavy, but he's managed to get it into.
Unlucky there from Leo. It's promising signs so far, Sean.
It is. It's definitely. If you're a Salford fan, you're getting excited here.
Oh, you've got to be. He likes to shot Leo, and he'll be unfortunate. You're unfortunate there, but like I said, RJ's putting himself about on this left-hand side so far.
If he keeps providing him with those balls, gets a few more shots off, get used to the ball, be firing him in. But Sunderland have a corner, and this could be dangerous if they can utilise the height they have coming into the box.
Yeah, it's hard to really tell by both teams who's got the taller lads here. I think it's
mixture of both.
Yeah, mixture of both.
Yeah.
Got a couple of taller lads. Big number 5 coming into the box now.
It's interesting to see the way number 9's putting himself around the goalkeeper.
Definitely.
He's going to be a nuisance at the back post
Well,
if it does get there.
Ryan marking him there, and rightly so.
Big cement mixer in the box. Is anyone going to meet it? It just evades the number 7 at the back.
Oh,
it's a penalty. And it's come out of nowhere. It's a trip on the number 9. Looking for the ball, who's just a bit behind him.
I don't really know about that. It looked a bit light there by their number 9, but
you can call it soft if he's clipped him and he's fallen down.
Well,
the referee's clearly seen something and has given a penalty.
I think he's given it for the drag back. I think there was a little bit of a drag back from Ryan there. He's clearly not too happy with the decision, but there's a chance out of nothing here for Sunderland to take the lead.
Against the run of play, it could be 1-0 to the home side.
And that's the problem you can have. It don't matter how dominant you are in the game. If they get a chance like this, if number 9 can take it, then the pressure's all on Salford.
The ref's whistle goes as he steps up. Oh, he's absolutely skied it. And this is what you come to the games for. No one expected that.
Oh my God, what was that?
And Salford will be wiping their sweat off their foreheads because that is a chance missed.
Jesus Christ, I'd cut that off the highlights.
You won't want to be watching the highlight reel later.
That. Oh my God.
It was a shot fired and missed for Sunderland. Salford get away with it and need to be more careful in the cement mixes kind of situations in the box.
No, definitely, but God, that was shocking.
They are responding with pressure though, Sunderland. They do want to make up for it.
Oh,
Striker putting
he's
himself
having
about.
a mare, this number 9. Nice skill from
Good
RJ
keep
there.
ball.
Lovely.
Brilliant strength. Physicality on show. He receives it back and he's moving forward at pace.
Can you get the shot off now? Oh, he's offside, supposedly.
They're shouting offside. The ref's not having it.
No, he did put his flag up there, but play goes on.
Questions of the referee in there, but
Well, I didn't think you were offside at all there. Here
Sunderland.
he is, number 9 again. Nice strength there from number 9. Oh,
yeah, he's angry.
dragged
He
back.
wants to make up for his mistake, and he's won a free kick on the edge of the box.
I think I've got to be careful what I say here, because I can imagine him scoring, but I can't get that pen out of my head.
The curse of the commentator coming through.
I know.
Hasn't yet. And if he carries on with that fester in his mind,
Oh,
it could push him on. It could, pull him away. We don't know how that's going to affect him.
no, definitely, but I mean, based off that penalty,
He won't want to be thinking about that when he's taking
Definitely
shots
not.
in the future of this game. And I tell you what, I wonder if that'll give the keeper any more confidence.
no, 100%. I mean, it'll give all of them confidence. I mean, you go a goal down against a run of play, your heads are going to be down, aren't they? But I think so far they've certainly not deserved to be losing. So we've just got to make sure, Salford, that this free kick comes to nothing.
Well, it looks like it is an in-swinger. On the left foot. Maybe looking to find a head, even though it is quite close in.
Yeah, I was watching in the training before. They seem to have quite a few who can kick the ball with the left, which is unusual. So be interested to see what they can do here.
Or just taking a while to set up. Again, man for man in the box.
He's gone for the shot there.
Under the wall, it was tricky. Well dealt with by Ollie in net.
Yeah, I think he fooled us all there. I thought he was going to whip that one in, but not a bad effort and good save from Ollie there.
Well done for matching that. Tricked us all. Movements into midfield. They like to put it from the wide areas into the middle, back into the wide areas. It seems to be the way Salford are trying to work, but Sunderland have had a bit of a grasp on the game since the chance.
Yeah, it's an interesting one. I mean, you can tell what Salford are doing here. They're using the strength of Ryan to come into that midfield area where Ryan can utilise the ball, but
Yeah.
it was just a bit restless so far, isn't it? I mean, we had that little spell, Salford, where we looked all right on the ball and we had a couple of half chances with Leo and Rory, but yeah, I think after that penalty, he just needs to calm down a bit, the game.
Well, they'll be looking to utilise that powerhouse in the midfield with Ryan.
Oh,
Really
100%.
is unreal on the ball.
Yeah, and like we were saying earlier, I mean, we Ellison, Hong Kong, under-23 international, must I add, they've got an amazing...
This is the royalty
amazing-
we have at
I
Salford
know.
Uni.
I mean, imagine, though, playing for Hong Kong away in Liechtenstein or abroad and then coming back to sunny Salford. God. Lovely
Wednesday
play from
nights in
Rob
Sunderland. Rob
Lovely.
weaving through and winning a free kick.
there. Brilliant from Rob. He started the game really, really well on this left-hand
He's
side.
an excellent workhorse.
Yeah, 100%.
Gives his all for the team.
Loves a good night out and all.
I'm sure he does, and I'm sure he'll be having a proper night out if he gets a
he
few
will
goals
be.
here. But first he has to put a ball into the box and find a head. If he can do that, it could be 1-0 to Salford. Great commandment from Ollie there. On the other end of the pitch, still making his presence known.
Lovely ball.
Well, it's a tricky one for the defender. He had to put a head on it, but he didn't know where it was going to end up. Just looped over the bar in the end.
No, they're very, very tough to defend, them ones, especially when you're not sure where the ball's going. But as a defender, you can't really complain with that. He's got it out of play, but there's still a chance here for Salford to get the first goal of the game.
Corner coming in. First corner of the game for Salford. And people like Ryan, people like Joe in the box. Again, just like Sunderland, really, going to make a bit of a nuisance in the box.
100%. Edgar coming into the edge of the box here.
If the ball breaks, there's not really anyone to cover. If he can take a shot off.
Don't really know what the ref... Seems to be a bit of arguing between the Sunderland manager and the ref here, but I think they've lost their heads a bit here. Just keep an eye on the penalty box here. Nice ball.
Well met. Unlucky. It's going to be kept in. Good strength on show, and he's managed to come through with it back into the box and away. Unconvincingly, might I add.
Unlucky from Rob there.
Take it very well.
Lovely tackle there
Use
by
his
Tom.
pace against him. Unreal defending.
He'll be loving that.
Chance for Salford to regroup. The counter-attack is probably the scariest dimensions to Sunderland's game, especially when we've had so many men up forward for the corner.
No, 100%, but Tom there showing me tackle. He's got an excellent challenge on him, and as he should as a centre back, so he'll be loving that. Good confidence boost there, and hope for Salford here that they can get the pressure away.
His ability to use the attacker's momentum against him into the challenge.
Oh, brilliant. No,
Reads the game brilliantly.
Oh, he is. He's brilliant. I mean, as well as him being a proper centre-half, he's so good on the ball as well. He could quite easily play higher up. He had an unfortunate last season, similar to Leo, with his ACL, Tom, but it's lovely to see him back on the pitch, and what a player he is for the first.
We never want to see players getting injuries like that. So it's brilliant to see him back performing.
Look at Rob. Look at the space on this side he's got.
He's using it. He is using it.
Definitely.
If he can be found on maybe more occasion. Sunderland don't really seem to be catching on to the kind of width that
No,
they
they don't. And yeah, again, it's another one of them balls, just hopeless balls over the top, and the strikers aren't really getting onto any of them. It's Tom has the ball now.
Well switched.
Lovely.
He saw the player in space. He found him.
I mean, just look at Rob over here again. I mean,
Well driven.
lovely from Calpol.
Vade's challenges like there's no tomorrow. The ball wasn't quite there, but he's showing brilliant signs if he's going to move that ball forward in the future of this game.
Yeah, and I mean, this defence, it speaks for itself. You've got Joe Gordon on the ball, just then the captain who's excellent on the ball. All four of the back four are brilliant on the ball. RJ it now.
It's good communication on the end, but he's managed to take it inside. He might pull the trigger.
Oh, unlucky.
Plays it two. Back out wide to Rob, who could whip one in.
Can you get it in?
Well
Unlucky there
blocked.
again.
There was a lot of players in the way. Position in the box could be a little better. The crosses are coming in thick and fast, and there's no reason why Salford can't take the lead in the next few minutes.
No, 100%. And if I were a Sunderland player right now, I'd be having a word with that right hand side, because number 2 for Sunderland is giving them way too much time on that left hand side. I mean, Rob's got acres of space.
I've got to say, Rob is having quite a field day.
Yeah.
If they don't change something, maybe in the second half of this first half, they could be in trouble.
Yeah, 100%. Ellison with time on the ball.
He's in space again for the midfielders to move into, but it's played out really calmly. I've got to say that they're brilliant on the ball.
Yeah, and it seems that they're using the width very well here, because it seems in midfield it's a little bit messy in midfield so far for both teams. They're not really been able to get onto the ball, but we're definitely using this width really well. As Edgar's trying to come back for the ball there, unlucky.
There was a bit of a mismatch in height, but he's a terrier. He battles through it. He always wants the ball.
Yeah, Edgar's a ridiculous player. On the ball, you don't want to be anywhere near him on the ball, but it is really hard when you are obviously coming up against a towering left back like that. It is hard to get on the game on the ball, but as soon as Edgar gets it down, that left back he's going to struggle, I think.
It's just a case of getting into the game, I think.
That's
Once the
it,
ball
100%.
gets moving about, zipping it about. Midfield back out wide. It's just brilliant system they've got going.
I mean, you've got to mention as well, obviously missing Salford Lecky tonight, he's a massive player. He's scored 3 in the league so far this season, and he is a real threat. But having RJ on this left-hand side and Edgar on the right, you've got 2 players who like to take on the man, as you can see right now.
He loves to cut inside, and it's working to full effect, I think. Leo's gone out wide with the ball.
Oh, unlucky there.
Showing another dimension to his game, other than just taking chances in the middle of the park.
Yeah, I mean, Leo's an all-rounder. He likes to be able to push with the ball, as well as obviously finishing his chances, and you can see he's trying his best to get into the game, but he's been on not much. He's had not much service so far, really. Leo, he's kind of found it hard to get into the game, but as the game goes on, you get players like Rory and Ellison into the mix, then I can see him having a few chances this game.
Well, I'd love to touch on, as the minutes tick on, do you really think that it might get more frustrating for Salford? It might build up and it might be a bit harder to get through.
100%. I mean, as we can see so far, it's clear to see that Salford have been the best side. But as the minutes go on, and you're getting closer to half time, I mean, they'll not be worrying yet. But it's more of a case if we get to that second half and it's still 0-0. That's when you start to get into your mind like, oh, could it go to extra time? Which I think it does. Yeah, I think it goes to extra time and then pens. I might be wrong there, but either way, I mean, you want to be getting these cup games, especially in the early rounds. You want to be getting them done and dusted. So. No, it'll play on the minds, but look, these are a good group of lads, and I'm sure that when the chance will come, they'll take it.
They are brilliantly strong-minded. They know that it's a cup game. Anything can happen in a cup game. But strong-minded individuals, they're in the ones for a reason, and I think that is testament to the way they've started the game today. It's going to be another long ball played over the top by Sunderland. This one's a bit more convincing as it allows the striker to hold up.
Lovely head from Joe Gordon, though.
Bit of a mix-up in midfield. Calmly taken by Rob.
Good touch from me there.
Straight over to us. Alfie showing why he's the captain of the force.
Get me on the pitch. Good
well played by Rob. Straight into a safe area as well.
Lovely play from Rory there to get it to Cal on the right-hand side as he drives with the ball now. Oh, it's a bit of a rash pass.
I've noticed the balls forward from the right-hand side of the pitch have been less convincing than those on the left.
100%, but I feel like, as you can see on this side, I mean, Rob's got all the space in the world to make a difference, whilst on that right-hand side it's a little bit more tight, a little bit more compact.
Yeah.
So it's definitely hard, but I feel like we need to get Edgar on the ball a bit more on that right-hand side and cause a little bit of issues, because at the moment, like you said, it's all coming from this left-hand side. It's the midfield.
Well, there's quite a bit of space for Sunderland to make inroads into.
There is.
Played down the wing.
Lovely shield in there from the Salford boys.
Worked brilliantly in defence. Communication is key, and Salford have shown that there.
And as we speak about it before, I mean, other than the penalty, I mean, the Salford defence have been rock solid so far. I mean, there's no complaints at all from any of them. It'd be interesting to see what the game would have been like up to now if they had scored the penalty.
You just can't help but wonder.
I know. It's a frustrating one for Sunderland, because I feel like they've been the second best so far, but no real chances in the last 5-10 minutes.
Well, yeah, it is interesting because a goal can change the dimension of any game.
Oh, 100%. I mean, it'd be interesting to see whether Sunderland would have gone to a more defensive approach or whether Salford would have gone all-out attack, but obviously it's 0-0 so far. Still plenty of time for something to happen here.
Really movements forward.
Oh.
Powering through, the refs let it play on. It was a harsh challenge, definitely wasn't a foul, but he's called it for this one. Someone will have a chance to move the ball forward with a bit more time. Salford wants to regroup. Bit of frustration inside the team, you can see.
No, definitely, because I feel like they know that the quality's there. It's just been really hard. I feel like the issue so far is the defenders for Salford have been clearing it. However, in the midfield, we've just been a little bit light at the moment. I feel like Sunderland have been picking up the little bits in midfield, but they've not really shown much of a threat so far, Sunderland. So it'll be interesting to see if they can utilise that number 9 up top. But so far, I've not really seen enough of him, other than missing the pen, to say otherwise.
In a cup game, any minute is too early to call it, in my opinion. Unless one team's 5 or 6 up, anything can happen in a cup game. There's a big melting pot in midfield, and I think that is probably Salford's biggest problem. Ryan's started the game brilliantly, but he's kind of gone missing a bit.
Well, the thing with Ryan is, obviously, we know he's an amazing striker, but you don't want Ryan too deep. The issue at the moment with having Ryan a little bit too deep for his liking, you want him really around where he is now, just so he can make a presence, and it's hard. I mean, nice touch by Rory there. You're wanting Rory and Ellison in that midfield duo to be picking up the ball, and you want Ryan to be around that box, but especially when you're such a big presence like Ryan, it's easy for him to get a little bit caught in with the play.
It's just a case of sticking to the plan.
That's it.
What they set out to do, and
they'll not be panicking yet. It's a nice ball there, Kanaji.
Yeah, and the amount of times we've seen this ball played down the wing, and it's working to effect. It's putting them under pressure. It's winning corners. It's putting crosses into the box. Goal kick one on this occasion, but
no, lovely press there from RJ.
RJ, good running you.
It's lovely to see Joe Gordon being commanding as well as the captain.
Really vocal on the pitch. And it's meant that Salford have put a high press on this throw-in. Sunderland don't really know what to do to get out.
No, and I mean, look here. I mean, where's their number 9? I can't even seem to see him.
He's had to drop deep.
He's had to drop that deep. They've not got a single striker other than number 11.
Straight back into the hands of the Salford defence. Again, that room
look
for
how
Rob.
Deep they are, yeah. Sunderland's so deep.
They are starting to kind of fall back into their shell a bit and become a bit more of a defensive team. They will still have that counter-attack dimension to the game, as we can see now. Big number 9. He got pulled back. It is a foul there on Salford. There's a bit of tension happening here. That might set the tone for the rest of the half.
I'd like to hope so. But no, it's going to be very hard for Thailand. I mean, when number 9 is such a big presence, it were a foul there, but Be interesting to see if number 18 can make anything of it now.
In these games, it's just a case of hanging it over the defenders. If someone's there, touch could bring it in. You don't know. The keeper has to have good reactions in these kinds of situations. Got to be on his toes.
No, 100%.
Can 18 make something of this? Not a
Nice
bad ball.
cross.
It dropped. First person to react was a Salford defender, and Leo's picked it up just inside the
Look at the speed,
opening half.
unbelievable.
That is absolutely lightning.
ridiculous.
And
Can
at
he
the
get
back
the ball
post
in
is
though?
RJ. He could be there. Didn't reach it. Lightning speed from Leo, really showing the threats he can
That's
have.
absolutely ridiculous. But no, I think there were a little murmur of pen shout there, but I think it just running out of play. But like we were saying earlier, that's what Leo can do. The speed in behind it's ridiculous. None of these defenders here can match it. So just need to get Leo more on that ball.
You're right. What that'll do is that will really strike a chord in the defenders' minds, because they'll know now what he can do on the ball and what he can do off it.
Well, that's the thing, but then at the same time, I mean, when you've got Edgar on the right and RJ on the left, who are both so quick as well, it's going to cause a couple of nightmares throughout the game here for Sunderland. But so far, I feel like they've defended quite well, Sunderland.
Well, on paper, you have to say, Alf, that Salford have the better squad on paper.
100%. Yeah, but obviously there's a difference having the better squad on paper and winning the game. I mean, we've seen there, they had one chance, Sunderland, and I mean, it could have been 1-0, so...
Absolutely. Miscalculated from Rob. He might have to deal with this, and Sunderland throw taken quickly. Held up by the striker. Brilliant strength. Well covered by Ellison.
Oh,
How can Rob deal with this?
Wow,
It's a
yeah.
bit heavy by the number 9. It comes with it when you're a big striker like that. You will get pulled for a lot of your challenges.
Definitely a bit interesting to see what's wrong with Leo.
I hope it's nothing to do
I
with
think I've just heard him say that it's his groin.
interplay before. And this could spell trouble for Salford.
No, I think I heard him say that it's his groin there. I think obviously he must have done it whilst having that burst of pace on the right hand side. Not a good sight at all for Salford here.
It's the first period of the game, really, that both teams can really...
Yeah, they can digest the game, can't they? I mean, Joe Gordon will have them settled up. It's been a really hard game to judge so far. I think it's been a bit... I think it's still not calmed down a bit. We can tell that Salford have clearly been the best team on the ball, but so far we're just waiting for that one big chance. I mean, Rory had a very good chance early on in the game, but...
Yeah, it's about breaking down that defence, because maybe out wide they're a bit inept, but in the middle of the box they really set up compactly,
Definitely.
and it's hard to break any team like that down. Whether you're prime Barcelona, whether you're a university team,
Exactly.
it's hard to break teams like that down.
Well, he is up now, Leo.
Hopefully Leo is okay to carry on the rest of the half. Looks like he's hobbling towards the byline.
Is he going to be coming off here? Don't look like they're going to be making a
It
substitute.
doesn't look like there's a replacement.
No.
Oh, maybe he's just taking a few seconds off.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Regroup.
based off the team tonight, if Leo were to come off, I'd presume that they'd put Ryan up top and then bring a midfielder on. But it looks like at the moment he's all right to continue, which is a great sign to see for Salford.
We'll just have to survive this period with 10 men. Salford possession over the free kick there on the close corner.
Don't know what the delay is here.
Referee's playing quite a slow game. I think he wants to get everything right. He's trying to slow down the pace of the game. That could work to Sunderland's advantage, and there is a substitution being made.
Looks like Leo's come off for Bish now.
It's not nice to see players going off injured like that, especially ones who have suffered from injuries in the past. And you were right, I think Ryan is moving up top.
Yeah, it'll be Ryan up top and then Bish in midfield. But, I mean, when you've got someone like Bish coming on who's an amazing player, then there's, you can't really complain. He has scored one this season in the league, so it'll be interesting to see if he can nick a goal as well. But it's still a real shame there that Leo's had to go off. We were on about early on about his injury issues last season, so hopefully for him, he can get back on in this game. It's very important to know as well that they are roll-on, roll-off subs, so You know, it doesn't mean if you're coming off that's the end of your game. So
we could still see him back on the pitch.
Exactly. So fingers
So
crossed.
looking the positive side, it does give us a chance to showcase the firepower we do have on the bench.
100%. And when
Not just the 11.
No, 100%. When you've got Ryan up top now, he brings something completely different, I guess, to Leo. Whilst Leo's got that pace, Ryan's got that strength and that finish on him. So it'd be interesting to see now if Bish can create out in midfield as well.
The pressure has quite sunken from Sunderland. There was periods of the match where it was quite hard to breathe, but players have a lot of time at the back to play balls like this into RJ, which can
Lovely
threaten
head.
if you can win the header, which he has. Straight into the midfield, Sunderland again. Slotted through. The heavy touch, well dealt with by Joe.
And here's the substitute on the ball, Bish now. Nice pass to Cal, nice turn. And here we go again. We swap play. So we switch sides of the play. I mean, the marking's been really poor on this side, I think, for Sunderland so far. Like we were on about earlier with Rob, he's had so much time and space, but just not seem to utilise it that much at the moment.
It's just more about getting used to zipping it around still. I mean,
That's it.
I think it's quite confusing, disorientating to see a Sunderland side so narrow.
Yes,
That's probably
100%.
what the problem is for Salford.
It's a lovely through ball there by Tom. Lucky. Ryan will press that.
We'll press that. And if they keep throwing balls over the top there, it's going to work. They just need to keep on.
Why not?
Keep
I
the
mean,
faith.
when you've got someone like Ryan who has got that bit of speed and that presence, you may as well. I mean, you can see Sunderland are trying to do that with their number 9 as he's
quite
lovely
parallel.
strength and all.
He's a very useful player to have on the pitch, and it's quite, it
100%.
parallels both teams now that Leo's left the pitch and Ryan has moved forward. He works so deep as well. He can work as a midfielder if you need him to. 11 picks it up on the edge. Straight back into the hands of the midfield.
Sunderland go home now.
You can
Sunderland first kind of spell on the ball, haven't they? It's just first real time they've looked comfortable. As Bish gets the ball back.
They just don't seem to be able to keep it for an extended period of time.
That's it. I think both teams are kind of struggling. I mean, Salford are keeping it nicely around the back. However, we seem to be a little bit wasteful, Salford, so far in the attacking area. But it's a lovely ball and
Six has
lovely
found
head
the
by
pocket.
Ellison.
And Ryan's beautifully found the space for Rob to drive into.
Must be
RJ
listening to
could
me.
look behind. May
Did
just
look
a
off
straight
there.
offside
Yeah,
there.
did look off.
But it's promising again from Salford.
Well, they must have been listening to me.
They just need to find a route into the box, but they are listening to you,
Yeah.
Alfie, I think. Taking your advice.
A lot better play there from Salford, and we know we can do it, especially on these zippy AstroTurf pitches. It's perfect for them. It's one of their Sunderland's players looks like might be injured.
Down on the floor, coach has come onto the pitch, and that's how you know it could be a problem.
Very stop-start so far.
I think that is what is taking the sting out of the game for Salford.
100%. I feel like as soon as Salford kind of get a grasp of the game and get it into their hands, it seems to be a stop-start. So I think this is going to work in Sunderland's hands. Definitely, I feel like the more that Sunderland could keep this level, the more chance they've got to nick a goal. And I mean, could have already nicked one that penalty, but
And as the frustration sort of insidiously seeps in, it's going to get
definitely.
harder for Salford to break down. It's going to get easier for Sunderland to kind of work counter-attacks. The keeper has got an advanced position to sort of make something of it here.
ref's got a good pair of pearly whites on him there, lad. He's taking the mick a bit now, though. Get on with the game.
He wants to move it back. I'm not sure if that is really that
Can't
necessary.
be time wasting. Surely not. Game's gone.
Straight out wide.
Nice ball though.
Lovely to see the way the ball moves across the AstroTurf, isn't it?
No, it's perfect. I mean, you can't complain playing on the AstroTurf.
Well away from a dangerous position there. One again, but it's fallen for RJ, who could form an attack. Weren't many up with him. It was hard to
Unlucky
take the
there.
ball.
Nice from Cal there.
There are runners. He's decided to slow it down.
Look
May
at
have been
the
the most
space
sensible
Rory has. A
option.
bit of a poor ball from Cal Paul there, but so much space Rory has. Sunderland come on the attack.
Using it quite well. He's got good feet for a big man. He's played it down the wing.
Can he get it in?
Number 2, he reached it, but it
Ooh.
did come back off him. The ref's
Yep.
given a goal kick, and I think that is the correct decision.
Yeah, definitely.
Good
He
refereeing.
seemed to deflect off both from there, but no, I think referees made the...
It's tricky for the refs to spot those ones, but I think he's got a good eye there.
Yeah,
Well done, ref.
definitely. I think we can slack referees off, but he's done a good job there.
Another long ball over the top. Now, it seems as though Ryan has dropped it. It seems to be swapping with Ellison a bit.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Balls.
It's interesting to see Ellison play higher up. He has played centre-back this season for the first, so it's interesting to see him a little bit higher up. So, obviously, Leo coming off has made a bit of an impact, but Rory's found that ball, and what a lovely ball that is to RJ.
He's received it. He's got loads of space. He could move inside, which is what he prefers to do. He's found Ellison in the middle, looking to test the goalkeeper, but it was a deflection that took it into his hands. There's not much urgency in the box.
No, there's not at the moment, but I tell you what, Ellison's playing a bit higher up, and he's making a difference. He's getting a lot more on the ball now than what he were the first 15-20, so real good signs there. Lovely ball from Rory over to RJ, and he has caused a threat, RJ, so far.
I've got to say there's nobody better on this pitch than finding the pockets than Ellison. You can see why he's played at that international level, because his intelligence of reading the game is like no other on the pitch.
Definitely. Good pressing by Rob there in the middle as Cal has the ball. He's looked for the ball over to RJ. It's unlucky there.
Quite outnumbered, but Ellison's left it back to Bish. Just too far for Ellison. He was lucky that it was a bit miscalculated from the Sunderland player. He thought he had less time than he did. Could have maybe found a man.
Cal Paul's got it now.
Joe.
Not had a lot to do, the skipper, so far. But I tell you what,
he's just trying to find inroads, and what a touch to match. He could find a way through here if he can beat the defender. Good strength in the end.
He'll be sticking that on the highlight reel, RJ.
He'll be loving watching that back. There's a throw-in to come in at high position. It could be fruitful. Rob's come up for it.
Ryan's demanding it in the box. And rightly so, with his presence. Rory gets the ball now.
Back to Bish. Good spread it out wide, he has.
Cal.
The spaces are opening up for Salford. Ryan on the edge, holding it up. Brilliant nice footwork, touch. Just away in time.
And it looks a lot better now from Salford. They're
really applying pressure in the dangerous scenarios.
Yeah, and it looks like there's a chance just on the horizon, doesn't it?
Sunderland really looking to find a way to kind of stop the pressure, because if they don't, it's spelling danger, and they need to find a way to get it into Salford's half of the pitch as well, because that's something they've lacked.
100% sure, I feel like, so far. I mean, obviously, other than the penalty, Sunderland haven't really had many attempts, and it's one thing keeping Salford out, but it's another thing going and getting a goal at the other side. So they've not really had enough attacking threat so far. But like I said, as the game goes on, it'll be interesting to see if they can change anything, because so far it looks like all Salford.
Coming into the game, 3 wins out of 3. I think Salford are coming up against a team who want to play the cup game, who want to see it out till the end, who want to win on penalties, and that is. If that's their way to win, then that's going to be a tough game for Salford. But we've already seen how difficult it is to break through.
Lovely challenge there from number 8 for Sunderland.
Back in from the throw-in. Rob likes taking over on them high-up throw-ins because he knows that it overloads.
Linesman Archer ordering a pizza whilst...
Too long the ball from Ellison. He's still down. Could be a worry for Salford again. He's not able to get up. RJ calling for the ref to call the game. He's up now.
Just want to give a moment to linesman Archie for ordering a takeaway whilst linesman.
Priorities.
That's my keeper there. Oh, good ball.
Brilliant hold-up play. Brilliant space finding. Rob's always there and he knows that. RJ is onside and he's got space to run into. Ryan's in the box waiting for it.
Scale.
He's taking it first time, and to tell you what, on the turn, it wasn't a half bad shot. Well done for the keeper for getting down to that. But a good bit of danger for Salford.
No, and you can tell RJ's growing into this game now, and another half good chance for Ryan there. Like I said, brilliant from the keeper to get down there to his left, but it seems like constant pressure by Salford, and you're kind of just waiting for that one big chance now.
It's good footwork from the midfielder there. He's a big man, but I tell you what, he can really move the ball. Oof. Bit short to Ollie there. He got away with it. Striker is getting frustrated. He's got
I don't really know why he's
getting
that frustrated. I mean, that kind of is a job there to press, but RJ on the ball now. Can he mug him?
Oh, brilliant touch. Defender is on ice there. Good switch.
Got him on strings there. I know he's a bit far behind, but look at Robbie here in this number 3. If he can just go a little bit more forward here.
Just needs to attack that space and hope it comes to him, because it will at some point in the game.
Definitely.
He knows that he's got the better of that number 2. He's dragging centre-backs out. He's really a danger.
No, definitely, because you can see it's very congested over there now. But if you look at the space on this left-hand side, there's numerous. If Rory can get on the ball and just spread it out to Rob, you've got a chance here. It's Cal to take the throw in. Nice touch by Ellison.
Good interplay on the wing. He's going to find Ryan here. He could be in to score.
Lovely play from Cal there, though.
Just a bit too high for him to take it down.
What a pass
But he's
from Rory.
promising play again. Rob bringing it. He could have a shot here. It looked like he was winding it up. He was looking for a pass into the box. Just didn't bear fruits.
No, and Ellison
Brilliant
making
touch.
that run there, but Sunderland could be on the counter, yeah? Nah.
They only seem to have 2 up when they do them counters. And
yeah, they can't seem to find that ball over the top to the 9. I can't understand why he's getting frustrated. It did look like an handball there by Rory.
Yeah, I thought it was.
Another good call by the ref.
Ref's had good eyes for the past 10 minutes, I'd say.
No, he has. As soon as he stops stopping the game, not stopping the game, should I say? Bit of a tongue twister there. Look all right, but Sunderland have a chance here.
It's 18 again. Put a good ball in last time.
No, he did.
Really made Salford think. If you can do that again, you never know what could happen. Last time we had a cement mixer in the box, penalty.
See what they can do here. I mean, it's another nice ball. Oof.
It's taken. Back post. This is a big chance for
Good
Sunderland.
save by Ollie there. Can't seem to
Pinball
get it
in the
off.
box. He's given
Good call
offside in
again
the end.
there.
Salford really worrying there. The situations where people are tight in the box, you can play pinball and the ball can end up in the back of the net. I think it's a bit of a scare.
Well, I didn't know if it were Rory or Cal there with an header, but it didn't seem to get the header clear. It seemed to be more of an attacking threat for Sunderland, but I didn't know if it were a shot or a cross there by the Sunderland lad, but it were a good save for Ollie. And
Who's not had much to do.
No, he's not.
And it's good to see his concentration still showing strong.
No, because it's hard for a keeper, especially when you're having nothing to do in the game. You've got to be switched on at all times, and it's a good save there from Ollie. But a little bit of pressure there from Sunderland.
And the refs called it for half time. So, Alfie, I think it's fair to say dominance from Salford in that first half, but how do you think it'll play out in the second if they carry on pushing away?
It's a close one. I mean, it's easy to see that Salford have been the best team here. However, Sunderland did have the best chance of the game with that penalty that they blasted over the bar. I feel like if Salford carry on like they did for the last 20 minutes of that half, then I feel like a goal will come. But, I mean, they can't switch off. I mean, if Sunderland get any opportunity like they did in the first half, it could swing. But it's been very tight so far. I feel like we've had a lot of good chances come from this left-hand side with RJ and Rob, but still a cagey affair.
The spaces are really opening up for Salford on the attack, but the narrow defensive line of Sunderland is probably the main factor of them not getting through. Do you think that can be something that can be changed within the team to maybe break that down?
It's very hard. I mean, it's hard to say. I don't really know what Joe Gordon will do second half with Salford. I don't think he'll change too much. Obviously, we've seen Leo come off with an injury and Ryan up top, which has helped Salford, but it'll be interesting to see. I think if Salford carry on how they were doing in that first half into the second, I feel like Salford might just nick it.
And one player I want to touch on is Ellison, because I think his ability to find the space, the pockets, it might go unnoticed for some people, but his ability to find the pockets in the space at the right times is unreal.
No, well, as we saw, they started with Rory and Ellison in centre mid. However, when Leo went off, it seemed that they'd put Ryan up top and Ellison seemed to push a bit more forward, and you can see that it's worked for Salford. I feel like Ellison's got more chance to show what he's capable of, and I mean, you don't play for Hong Kong if you're not good, are you? So it'll be interesting to see for the second half, but so far it's been a very cagey affair.
It has. Back in from the second half, and we were just talking about whether the teams will change the way that they've been moving around, because Sunderland did have a big think in that changing room. They were out there for a while.
Yeah, it's been, like I said, I mean, I guess they're utilising their own changing rooms, aren't they? But it seems to be taking the mick a little bit here. I mean, I know it's not their fault, the referee were a bit late, but it seemed very stop-start all game. But Edgar, straight away on the press.
Big pressure from Edgar. He's promised big things in the second half.
He has. I expect at least a goal or a assist.
Edgar can show her. He really wants to go at that defender, I think. He didn't really manage to get into the game in the first half, but it could change here.
No, and it's hard, especially when you're coming up against someone as tall as the left-back is, but like we were saying in the first half, Edgar on the ball is some talent, so it'd be interesting to see how he does this half.
It's just about using the charisma, the chemistry they have between each other. If it just gets 10% more out of it,
Oh, 100%.
it should equal goals.
And like I said to us, he's in front of the cameras now, so I expect an hat-trick.
He's a personality. He really is.
And that's what you need in the change rooms. I've said it with all 4 teams. Everyone's got such great...
Straight offside there, number 7.
No, like I was saying, I think all 4 teams have so much charisma in them, and that's half the reason that all 4 teams are doing so well this season. I mean, I think all 4 are top of the leagues. You know, everyone goes out on a night out, everyone, you know, socialises, so it's great to see. And I mean, Edgar's another one of them. He brings so much character to the team, and there's this team brims confidence. So there's no excuses today why they can't get a goal in the second half.
I mean, that just tells you everything you need to know about the University of Salford, doesn't it?
100%. Lovely play from Tom there.
Well moved about. He's going to look for an opening up to Ryan. Well chested,
That's
well
what he
kept.
likes.
He really has got the defenders on strings, but he's going to put a challenge in. Brilliant interplay on the wing.
Lovely play.
Rob moving about again, good challenge
Good
though.
tackle.
I saw a hand there.
Well, I did see an hand.
He's going to give a throw into Sunderland. They've got away with it. I think the refs missed that one.
I don't think the right back could have done anything about it, but it did seem to definitely go off his hand there. So
It's promising interplay though to start the second half.
And already we're seeing what Ryan can do on the ball. His hold-up plays second to none. So if he can keep that going and we can get RJ and Edgar on this side running on that wing, then Salford.
The front
should be
three
right.
is absolutely
Star-studded.
star-studded. It really
Scary.
is.
I wouldn't like to be coming up against it as a defender,
No
but
way.
so far they've not had really that many issues, Sunderland. RJ's been definitely the most lively up top, but lovely touch there by Ellison.
Oh, the control on show here. Edgar chased it, nearly got there, but
Lovely press there by
well
Rory.
read by
Unlucky.
Bish. Rory, that was.
Oh, what a
Edgar
ball by
plays
Edgar.
one over the top,
Unlucky.
just overweight, but it's a brilliant idea.
They're the right ideas, and I think he knows that it's his bit of a poor ball there, but the idea is the main thing. Lovely press by Cal there.
Pressure from Cal.
And like we were
Moving
saying,
it forward, 7 up the wing, straight into the
lovely
hands
touch by
of
Joe
the
there.
centre half.
Salford will get a throw in, and like we were saying before the game in the dressing room, Joe were making it clear that he wanted the press to be there, and so far this second half we're seeing this by the Salford boys. He's Ryan with a
moves off the
nice
ball.
header there.
Unfortunately, no one there for Ryan. He did come a bit too deep for that, but you got to be there to win it.
No,
Edgar's
definitely.
kind of gone into his position as he covers.
It's good hold up play there by their number 9 again as he uses his strength, and you can tell he's utilising it this game.
He just loves coming back and being on the ball and throwing
He
himself
does,
about.
but so far in front of goal, other than the penalty, he's not had a lot of chances.
There's a bit of space opening up on the wing here for Sunderland, and a wild
cross.
effort from 16. I'm not really sure what he was
Shot
thinking
cross. Who knows?
of. We'll
It was
leave
crap
that one
either
to
way.
him.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's better from Sunderland there.
It's better, and it does show that they do have a bit. They do have something to be scared of. If they can bring it out, it could be a threat. Brought forward by Joe,
And he loves that ball over the top.
and I can see why.
Coming together.
Strong challenge, but from RJ. Desire to win it's clearly there. Keeper's
What the
gonna
hell
take
was
a
that?
throw in, look like.
Utter nonsense.
he thinks he's Joe Hart.
Innit? He needs to
Get
calm
back in your
down,
net, mate.
Innit? God. I don't say it because I know he's just going to pull off a worldie save in about 5 minutes.
He's
anyway,
going to save
so
a penalty or
I'm
something.
going to keep quiet.
Long throw, isn't it? Straight up on the head of
number
number 9.
Rory again with a press.
Just misread by Rory, but well read to come in. Bounced invitingly for the defender. Pressure doesn't faze him. Edgar's going to come back to press that. If he wins it, he could have a go.
Lovely.
And he has. He's got Cal behind him. Open
Rory's
midfield.
got plenty
Go
of
back.
space there in the midfield.
Sensible decision.
Still got time there, Cal. And it's a lovely
That's a
over
brilliant
the top
ball. And
ball.
Ellison in, adopting that space again. Could force a corner if he's clever. And he's won the ball back. Ryan takes it. The desire and ambition to get the ball
You can tell that
You
they've
can't knock
switched
it.
on this second half, definitely, and
There's
brilliant play there.
There's a notable difference. Notable difference.
Yeah, I'd be interested to see what Joe told them at half-time, because they seem to be a lot more into it than this. The first half, Cal's got the ball again, getting on it a lot more this half than he were in the first.
Just lost the ball out of his line of sight, Ryan. But he could have a go here.
Oh!
Brilliant strike, swayed away from the goal.
Nearly at Bix there.
And Bix will have caught a nice shot on camera there. He did nearly hit and take his head off, though. But if Ryan can unleash some of them shots on the edge of the box, the keeper had no chance there.
10 times better than that first half. I mean, that's what Ryan wants. He loves the shot. He wants to try it. And I tell you what, it weren't far off at all there. And you can tell they've started off like they were at the end of the first half here. Salford. Sunderland just can't seem to find any answers to this Salford attack.
Well, we've made the trip up to Wayside. We do want to come away with a convincing win in the first
100%.
round. The Mackhams are trying to say otherwise, but it's been a wouldn't say cagey, but it's definitely been a tough one to
It's
break
been a
down.
one-sided game so far. I think it's
100%.
fair saying it. I mean, I don't really know Sunderland's game plan, but I mean, you can't really moan. It's 0-0. They're still in the game, Sunderland. So, and I tell you what, it's a lovely
And this
ball
one's
in behind.
breaking through.
Ooh.
It can fall through at any time.
Number
9's in, he slotted it
and
away.
He scores.
1-0
Wow.
Sunderland, completely against the run of play.
And again, just as I was saying there, I mean, we're talking about they didn't have much of a game plan, but
It just shows that one opening in the defence can lead.
and there
It
we
looked
go.
like the linesman did have his flag up. The ref didn't. The ref chose
I
to
don't know
ignore
what's
it.
happened there. It's Archie, one of the Salford boys, but
But
I
Salford
mean-
have a mountain to climb.
yeah, just as I said it there, I mean,
The
still
curse
in
of the
game.
commentator
I know,
ringing
curse
true.
of the commentator, but when it's 0-0, anything can happen, and if you're not taking your chances, then the game's up for grabs. But it's a lovely finish from their number 9 there, and
I think what we're about to see is a change of dynamic to the game, because it'll definitely mean more pressure from Salford. It'll definitely mean more sitting back from the Mackhams.
Yeah, you'd like to think so now, but I mean, they're going to have to get their heads up now, Salford, because it's going to be a tough game. We've not had really many chances so far, so it's going to be interesting now they're a goal down to see what happens. But I tell you what, other than the penalty, that's the first real big Sunderland chance of the game, and they've taken it.
Well, a massive shock to the system for Salford. They'll have to regroup.
And
They're mentally strong. They'll be able to do it. It's just whether that will give Sunderland momentum, and it looks like it is.
Yeah, and I tell you what, that goal has given them a massive boost, Sunderland, as the game gets a little bit more
Bit of
cagey
afters
now.
there from Rob.
And the confidence will be there now for Sunderland. I mean, they're a
100%.
goal up, you know. They've started the half the second best team, but now that you've got that goal, you've got a little bit of a safety net, haven't you? So it'll be interesting to see how Salford can recover this. But
And it'll be a brilliant source of confidence for number 9 after skying that penalty.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
slotted away perfectly, I'd say.
oh, and I mean, if you're the one Sunderland fan who you're buzzing right now. So no complaints
There was a big
there.
roar from him.
Oh no!
just behind
well,
us.
he seemed to be moaning more about the linesman than he were the
Yeah.
goal. But
Well, it was a strange one. The linesman seemed to have his flag up.
yeah, well, I mean, he had the flag up. I don't know how far away you were from it. He seemed a bit further behind, but I don't know. I mean, no excuses really. They've gone through and they've scored, haven't they? So be interesting to see now what happens.
Throw-in's going to try and make an attempt at pushing them forward. Controlling the midfield. It's just not the same as it was before the goal. You can see notable differences, even though it was only a few minutes ago.
No, and I mean, Sunderland, they seem to be getting a lot more stuck in now, Sunderland. I don't know where they were for the first half. They seem to be pressing a lot more. They seem to be getting onto that second ball a lot easier, Sunderland. So it's unbelievable how much a goal can make a difference to a game. But here we are with Salford with the attack.
Edgar can
Nice.
spread it out wide. A shot could be taken here. If you can get to the ball,
It's good defending
it's good
there.
defending to get back in front of Cal.
Very good, but I think the number
For him to
11...
be taken, but it's the closest they've been to the goal in the second half. Well played from Edgar to come inside and spread it back out wide.
No, and I mean,
Good awareness.
Edgar's already getting a lot more of the ball than he is in the whole of the
Right in a
first
dangerous
half.
area. You turn around, take a shot. Brilliant goalkeeping. Good character to
Very
take
good.
that straight into the
Very good
legs.
save.
But Ryan moving it round, having a shot. You know, you don't want to face them shots. They're so powerful.
And he's getting a lot of time, Ryan. There's a few times now he's been able to chest it down and then turn and get that shot away. So if you're a Sunderland defender, you're taking note of that. But close there. I think if Salford can get a goal back now, then it's all up for grabs again. But at the moment, Sunderland are doing really well to keep it out. As you can see on the goal there, see RJ is getting dragged all around.
Rob's delivery is lovely. Ryan meets it, bounces. Oh. It's an awkward one. RJ had the rebound. He couldn't make anything of it. Deflected in. Edgar couldn't find a way through in a wild one.
It's a poor cross shot by Rob there. How's that not got in?
It's a case of pinball in the box once again. I think anything can happen in those situations. It's just unfortunate that I didn't find the back of the net.
Very, very unlucky there by Salford, but I tell you what, they're testing the look Sunderland here, but I don't know how's that not gone in. It was Ryan, weren't it, with the first attempt, I think, and then
bounce down header. It was always going to be difficult for the keeper to meet that. RJ had the rebound.
Yeah, RJ had the rebound.
A wild effort from Rob to round it off.
And that's by far the best chance I'd like to think that Salford have had so far.
Definitely, they need to put those away in cup matches, especially when 1-0 down.
So Bish gets the ball now. He's not had much of the ball so far this half, Bish. He's found it a little bit hard to get in, but I think so have all the midfielders.
Edgar's got space to run into if he can find it. 7. It's a traditional centre-back's way of dealing with it. He's kicked the ball straight out of the stadium.
That's in the car park.
Yeah, we're not getting that one back, are we?
Spare ball coming in.
Cal will be aiming for Ryan once again.
He's winding it up to look for Edgar,
it there,
who is in space. Oh, good turning touch.
Good bicycle kick by the defender there.
Well dealt with, and he can move forward at pace. Bish looking to put the challenge in. Just evaded him, and it's a throw-in in a dangerous position if they can push.
No, and you've got to give number 11 for Sunderland big credit. He's done his defensive duties, even though he's an attacker, and not a bad run there, Joe Gordon, with the good block, but it's very hard to tell here what Sunderland's game plan will be for the rest of the game. I mean, they are a goal up, but they've still got that threat on the counter-attack.
Yeah, you'd think they'd be sitting back a bit more.
Yeah, you would be, but it seems that now they've got the goal, they seem a lot more attacking. The press seems a lot higher. I don't know if that's something that the manager's told them, but it's a lovely flick there by RJ.
More of a spring in their step, you could say, I think.
Yeah, 100%.
It's just whether that will affect Salford. It seems to have...
Look at that. I mean, they're putting in some big challenges here, Sunderland.
They really want this.
Seem to be getting a lot more stuck in. Yeah, they seem to want it a bit more than Salford so far. As Rory tries getting it down there, he's done very well.
And that's excellent midfield play. Brilliant.
On the turn for Ryan.
Absolute powerhouse up front. Edgar's in space. He's pulled away from the centre-back.
Lovely ball, lovely ball.
If he can make a movement inside, he has got Cal behind him. He's got players in the box waiting.
It's not a bad ball at all. Good defending there.
Will we see a repeat of the antics that happened in the last corner if Rob can put another nice delivery into the box?
Well, hopefully this one can find the back of the net, but a lot better there from Salford. Edgar loves it on that right-hand side. And it's lovely play from Ryan again. I mean, he's been feeding off scraps for a lot of the game, Ryan, but when he has got that ball down, he's caused a real threat for the orange Sunderland team tonight.
Bit of a love train going on at the edge of the box as they run in, meet Rob's cross, and Ryan's going to meet it again. I think it was dealt with by the defender. Back in by Ellison, and just way too high.
And very similar to the effort we saw not that long ago. It's another lovely ball by Rob to the back post where Ryan is there. However, this time Ellison's gone for a shot and it's just gone straight over the bar there. But again, more attacking intent from Salford, and they'll be looking for that goal back.
Got to give credit to Edgar's
lovely
intensity
press by Edgar there.
He really wants that ball. You can tell every single time the ball's anywhere near him, he wants to get on the ball, he wants to move it about.
He does, and camera here or camera not, you can tell he really wants it, and he's causing a threat so far this half, but so far it's still in Sunderland's hands.
Hoisted forward. Just evades number 9 with 8 header. And can he deal with it? Back to the keeper. Pressure's on. And just settled down a bit there for Ollie. He's got to get rid. He has, and he's found Ryan. Good tussle with the defender.
Press is still going to be on here. Can the keeper get rid of it? He can.
The keeper's giving it into the hands of the Salford defence for a throw-in. It's reminiscent of that start period of the game where it's end to end.
Yeah, it's very, very cagey at the moment. Neither team's really got the game by the grasp, but like we said, Sunderland are winning 1-0, so they'll not be complaining so far.
And it's broke for them again. This could be a big chance. 11's in to score. Could he slot it away? Brilliant save.
By Ollie. What
excellent
a save
reclaim.
by Ollie there.
9 was running in to put it away. Big credit to Ollie for being brave and put his head on the line.
What a save by Ollie there. I thought the rebound might just find the touch it needed by number 9, but that's brilliant goalkeeping there. And once again, I mean, Sunderland, they've not really had much of an attacking threat all game, but they've had the best chance of the game. And I tell you what, without Ollie there.
And when it does break, it's dangerous, and they've shown that twice.
Here we are, we saw it on the break again. Oh, I tell you what.
He's gone down on the edge. The rest decided not to give it. He stood still.
I tell you what.
Salford in uproar.
There's the one Sunderland fans giving it big again. But I tell you what.
And it's camaraderie like that just presses Sunderland back into their own half, maybe into their own third. Salford really want this now after that referee decision.
And I mean, it would definitely seem to be outside of the box, but
certainly
it looked like a blatant foul.
I thought it was definitely a foul. He flicked him off the ball.
I feel like the ref's probably thinking that Rory's just gone straight into the Sunderland defender, but
maybe that he was playing for it. But he's looked to move the ball. The defenders took him. For me, it's a free kick, but the pass is the pass, and the refs decided to stand on that one.
Oh,
he's given a free kick here, however.
Here we go. Try to play it quickly now. They know Salford that they need that goal.
They've not regrouped at much pace, and Salford could look to capitalise.
Cal with the ball now. Lovely passing to Rory. Bit of a heavy touch there. Bish on the ball now. Oh, and it's a little bit of a shaky ball there by Ellison.
I think the pressure is starting to mount as the minutes tick on.
You can tell now, can't you? I feel like the pressure is getting to the Salford boys a little bit, but I mean, for Sunderland, this is exactly what you want. You know that Salford need that goal. You know that it's all in Sunderland's hands now, and you can tell that by a couple of these passes here, it's getting to the Salford boys.
Moved in by Rob. Back to the defensive support he has, and finds Ryan again. Now, it's a common theme, but it's working to the most part. The midfield can pick it up as Ellison has. Moves straight into RJ on the wing, who can run, paving towards the box. Beats his fullback, it's just gone. It's just too heavy.
No, and he's unlucky there again. I mean, RJ's not really had much of the ball compared to the first half. He were a threat throughout that first half, but the second half, it's been a lot more on this side with Edgar, but he's unlucky there. But you can tell that Salford are starting to get a little bit desperate now. We're getting closer to the end of the game. Still got plenty of time, but especially when you know that you need a goal, the pressure's only going to mount as the minutes tick on. They've
got to withstand this push forward from the goal kick and straight into Rob.
And Ollie weren't happy there. The Salford keeper, how slow Sunderland taking it now. And I mean, you can't really blame the home side here. They're one goal up.
Yeah, when Ollie's got a big view of the pitch and he knows what Salford need and what Salford don't need, and he's voicing his opinions.
Oh, 100%. Same again, gone for
9 coming deep once again. How many times have we said that today? And 11 will take it and cutely get through, but the ref said it's a goal. It's a throw in there.
I tell you what, I've been very impressed by their number 11 so far this half.
Second half, he's really come out with shell, hasn't he?
Definitely. I mean, not had much of the ball in the attacking half, but done his defensive duties when needed, and he were a nice little bit of trickery there. But
he looks a hard one to stop when he gets going. He's a real pit bull on the ball. He will not give that ball up.
And it seems like Sunderland are making a substitute now. I think the player's gone off.
It'll be interesting to see whether that's more defensive or whether that's just a like-for-like change.
I mean, it's hard to really judge, because I thought as soon as he scored that first goal they were going to go more defensive, but I mean, Ollie made that really, really good save after, and it just shows, doesn't it? I mean, whether you're a goal up or not, whether you come into the game defensive or not, the chance is still there, and who knows, Sunderland could quite easily get a second here.
Yeah, and it's a case of whether that does go in. Is it put to bed? You know,
I mean,
Salford
you'd think so for Sunderland, wouldn't you? But
now Edgar's going to gallop forward at pace. He has got the defender trailing. He's managed to get in front of him, but he's still on the ball.
As RJ comes to this right-hand side now.
RJ's moved across. Ryan is in the box. Calco looks to pick him out. If he's got the space, he's got the time.
We're on his weaker foot, though, as Bish gets the ball.
Looking to make some space. He's making hay into the box.
Go out for a corner.
Another corner, I believe, there. These have been dangerous the last couple of times. It looks like Cal's moving over towards it this time.
It looks like it's a throw-in, actually. The ref's giving it a throw-in. It looked like a corner to me, but
it did.
It's kind of hard to see from this angle, isn't it?
Either way, they are pressed quite high into the box, and it's always a dangerous position. Every time that this has kind of come about, there's been a chance or a flash shot for Salford. But it's Cal who will take.
I mean, you've got to be looking for Ryan's head here, surely, but...
Bish moved towards.
Nice header.
It's not really threatening, it's a bit of a hit and hope.
No, I think Bish is showing his frustration there with Cal. Poor cross in, but you know he can do better than that.
Just needs to fight those mental demons that might be going on in his head. 1-0 down to a team you realistically shouldn't be 1-0 down to.
Just need to test the keeper a bit more, other than that one save against Ryan. I think he's not really had a lot to do, so we definitely need to test the keeper more. I mean, he doesn't look that tall. I mean, Ollie's not the biggest of lads, but I think we definitely need to start testing this Sunderland keeper, or else as the minutes tick on, it's looking more and more likely that Sunderland might just take this.
Flicked forward. They're just trying to keep any sort of grasp on the ball, Sunderland, but Salford are better on the floor. It's just played a lot in the air. Edgar's screaming for the ball on this close side. And Bish has lost it, and you can see the frustration from Edgar. He wanted it.
Yeah, and I feel like the ball there worked for Edgar instead of Bish in midfield, but Joe Gordon's going to bring it now. Back to Cal.
Oh, it's dangerous play, but he's got away with it. He's done well there, Cal.
And this is exactly where Sunderland will want the ball in Salford's half.
Seems to have let off, and there is space for Bish to receive. 16 has followed him on.
I mean, Ellison's made a really
brilliant take-up of space from Ellison. Yeah, you're right.
As Rory gets on the ball here.
Clear down the refs, not giving it again. It's a second uproar of emotion. Rory is absolutely fuming. It's the second time he's gone down.
And rightly so. He's clearly dragged Rory back there.
Brilliantly tracked by Rob. That is excellent defending. But Salford will be absolutely fuming with the refereeing. It's been on show.
What, I thought that were the easiest call you can make all game. It's a clear pull on the back. For me, Rory's going to have a word with him now. I don't know.
Rory's now going to be penalised for his words. It's no booking, but it's a warning, and that means he is playing with fire now. If he can keep talking like that to the ref for the rest of the game, we don't know if he's going to pull bookings out.
But I just thought that were a clear, obvious foul. I mean, he's been dragged in the back. I don't know what more the ref wants.
I think even the Sunderland players thought that was a foul. Everyone seems to stop.
Oh, definitely. But like I said, Sunderland will take it. Got off with one there.
They won't complain. It's things like this that can help you win these cup games, and they'll be relying on those decisions.
And they've given Salford a foul there, and I thought that were less of a foul than the one just on Rory. But either way, it's a chance for Salford to get a ball in, and it'll be Rob taking it.
The ref seems to have a problem with the placement of this free kick, but swiftly sorted. It looks a bit far back, but if Rob can whip one, he might be able to find right at the back.
That's a brilliant ball. What a ball that is. It's good defending there by number 3. Joe looked like he was lurking there. What a ball that were.
If that beats 3, Joe has a simple chance.
He does. What can Salford do here? It's going to go back. Joe will surely drive with the ball here.
Proudly wearing that captain's armband.
He is, and what a role model he is.
It's took a touch off the Sunderland defender, and it will be a throw in a promising position for Rob. Ellison again taking up a position. Rory's there too. He opts for RJ, who wins him another throw-in.
Surely you've got to be targeting Ryan here, as he is going to do.
And Cal's on the edge waiting for something to drop.
Oh, he's given a
high foot there, but I thought he did make contact with the ball. Well,
I don't know. I don't like them ones because, I mean, you can say Ryan's put his foot up, but then you can say that the defender's put his head down. I mean, I don't really know with that one.
There's clear contact. I mean,
there is clear contact. It is probably a foul, but
yeah,
I'm not too sure. I mean, I think Edgar will be kind of happy that it were a foul because he did Yeah, he's looking at me now. I don't think he's too
Bit
happy with that shot.
sheepishly.
Yeah. But it's good to see that Edgar's still smiling. That's what you want. You want 1-0 down, and it's obviously not what Salford want, but the last thing you want is for your heads to go down.
It spells trouble when that happens. You need the personalities like Edgar, like Ryan,
Yeah,
to pull you out of these situations.
No, because they're the players that are going to change this game. If Salford want a goal, that front three are RJ, Ryan, and Edgar.
Substitution being made for Sunderland. And another addition of height towards the front line. It looks like they're going to look to put it to bed, and that's not the move I thought they'd make.
No, I'm very surprised, to be honest, but fair enough. It's a better watch for us.
Oh, well kept by Ellison, using his body to perfection. Brilliantly tucked by Rob. He's going to send it forward.
There. Good press by Ryan, and he's very unfortunate there. But you've got to give respect to Sunderland's defence this half. They've been very, very mature about the defending. They've had nothing really to do. I mean, Ryan's had a couple of chances, but everything that Sunderland's been put against, they've seen to it very well.
The ball has impeded on the pitch, but yeah, you've got to say, Sunderland have recognised their strengths and their weaknesses in comparison to Salford, and they've utilised that.
Yeah, definitely.
You've got to credit them.
It, yeah. I tell you what, it's getting absolutely freezing here.
Well, that's what you get on Weir side of the River Tyne. Up here, right in the northeast, right on the coast. City of Sunderland playing host to this quite interesting game of football, which hasn't gone the way that we expected it to, and that's what we want from a football game. Maybe not what Salford want, though.
I mean, it'd be nice to see Salford winning, but
ref's giving that,
and rightly so.
He's decided to give that one, Alf.
I know, it's good to see that he's not lost all his marbles, but they're going to want to play quickly here, Salford, because as the minutes tick on, Cal
have a
bit of a break here.
I think he's okay. Thought he might have a bit of a problem for a second. Rob has seen an opening, it looks like.
It's a good header by number 3
Powerful
there.
Header. Well played, Rory. The ambition they have hasn't dried up.
No, and I feel like that foul that weren't given towards Rory just fired him up even more. He looks a lot more composed on the ball this half. He's getting involved a lot more. It's a good ball from Cal.
Excellently placed.
Perfect to Ellison.
First touch to Ellison, who hasn't been able to bring it under his spell.
Oh, and
I think that was
questionable.
A bit soft.
Yeah, a bit soft.
He's come out of position and he's going to milk it for the time wasting. I don't think this is in the spirit of the game.
Good God. The game is gone.
Soft foul.
It was soft, but I mean, with the ref this game, I feel like you knew it were always going to be a foul for Sunderland, but...
And they're going to use whatever tactics they can to sort of get through this last sort of period of the game, heading towards the end.
And you'd like to think that Sunderland will try to use the height advantage here, if possible.
Seems to be more Salford defenders back though, and that's...
Good commanding call there by Joe. It's poorly given away there.
Well taught by 16. He sends it forward
to the number 9, and it's a
good show of strength.
It's a good battle there between Tom and the number 9. It's a nice touchdown by the Sunderland player.
He could send it back in. All his reactions were there. The reaction was there, and it's in.
Oh, and it's in.
It's 2-0, and is this game put to bed?
Wow. I thought you were offside, to be honest. I don't really know what happened there.
He was in a strange position to where we were resting.
I mean, it were a good save by Ollie, the keeper. It seemed like the attacker for Sunderland who scored seemed to be coming from an offside position. I don't know whether I'm right or wrong there, but...
Now, could that be the final nail in the coffin for Salford? The travelling team.
Well, and... I mean, I'm in shock here. It's been all Salford for most of this half and most of the game, but Sunderland have a 2-goal advantage, and this is a prime example of you don't have to be the dominant team to win a game.
Certainly not.
Wow. Now the question is now, will Eds be down?
Moving into the final 15 minutes of this game, there's got to be a large, substantial amount of fight left in Salford if they want to get 2 back, maybe even 3.
But
they've got to move it forward at pace. They've got to find that space and they've got to utilise it.
It's good strength there. Tom's got time.
Claimed easily there. Met by Rob. Up to RJ. Looking to make inroads inside. Collected by Ryan.
Finds the ball. And you've got to credit Ryan. He's been coming a lot deeper to try and get the ball, but with someone as big of a presence as him and what he offers up top, you really want him to be staying in that attacking area. As Cal's got time to drive the ball now. Can he find a ball? Nice bit of skill.
He was looking to play out wide. He heard Bish's shout from behind him. Good show of support.
It'll go back to Joey, and Sunderland they'll be loving this.
It could be a comfortable spell of the game for him if they can just hold off the onslaught from Ryan, RJ, Edgar, Rory. It's not an easy task, but they've been up to it so far.
No, and you've got to respect Sunderland so far, and you can tell that the press is a lot better by Sunderland as well. You can tell that the fact they know they're 2 goals up it's given them just that little bit more energy, a little bit more passion to see the game through. As Tom Holland goes down
He's
there.
fallen down. The ref's given
the
other way.
A foul. Wow. He's given it for a dive.
He seems to have given it the other way. The referee had other ideas, and is he gonna go into his cards?
He might be.
I think his name's being taken down. That is an interesting call from the referee.
I mean, Tom doesn't seem too in shock, so where it misconduct there, I don't really know. I mean,
his name is going into the book. It's confirmed, and
I mean, I don't know with that one. Fair enough, giving it the other way.
I think you've got to be sure of it if you're going to give that decision, and I think the ref's done it. So
I thought I heard contact there. Whether it were enough to make Tom go to floor, I don't really know.
But he was on a roll. Yeah. It seemed not the best decision to go down if it was a dive, but
there's no complaints from Tom there, so it seems to me the ref made the right call.
It has to be said that the substitution has bared fruits for Sunderland, hasn't it? Bringing on that extra man up front.
Yeah.
A risk taken by the coach, but a risk worth taking as they move forward again, looking for a third potentially. Number 9 out wide.
Could it?
Good challenge. Well, the cup action, anything could happen.
Exactly.
I mean,
and it could quite easily be free. We talk about the penalty in the first half that number 9 skied. He obviously made up for it in the second half with his goal. But like I was saying, this is a perfect example of a game where you don't need to be dominant to win the game. And like you're saying, in the cup, anything can happen.
The throw will be hoisted just into the early areas of that box. Ellison first time sending Rory away.
What can Rory do now? He has got the speed. Can he find RJ?
Good ball through. RJ could be in here. He's taking it with aplomb. Could he find the net? Just in the side netting. And the angle was tight. He still went for it. Frustration from Ryan, who was coming into the box, but it's another flash chance, and it shows that the game's not over.
Oh, what a chance that is, Sean. I mean, RJ screaming for the ball off Rory, and it was a very nice ball through, and RJ, he's only got one thing on his mind there, and that's shoot, and he's very unlucky to hit the side netting, but when it's 2-0 and you need a goal, that's not really what you're wanting, is it? But it's a chance for Salford, and if they can just nick a goal...
Well, might that be a talking point?
And what a ball that is from Rory. And
Edgar's got space again. Rory's played excellently in the past 10 minutes. If Ellison could have just taken that into his stride, just evaded him. Well won again by Edgar.
As Bish gets to the ball. I was saying, Bish not really had much of the ball this half. It has been mostly Rory in that midfield, but he has got a chance here. He's going to shoot.
Where he can. The shot was ambitious. Blocked at the first time of asking. Oh, that's excellent.
That's disgusting.
Confidence on the ball to have that in defence.
That is disgusting. That'll be on his YouTube channel later. As it's a lovely turn by Ryan.
Ryan's in. Great turn, great finish. Far corner. He's took it into his stride. Brilliant first touch. And it could claw Salford back into a tight game.
And what we were saying, it'll be Ryan. He loves that touch. He loves that turn. Sunderland giving him way too much time on the ball. And what a finish that is. And I tell you what, with 10 minutes to go, something a bit like that, anything can happen here.
And you've got to give credit to the vision to see the pass. Ryan's always there, open to receive the ball, and his ability to turn and shoot was on show there clearly.
Superb.
Sunderland will be.
He's had 3 or 4 chances when he's been able to turn and get the shot off. And I mean, if you give Ryan that much time, he's going to eventually take his chance. And what a goal that is. Can Salford get back into the game now?
Well, with not much time left. You'd be hard pressed to bet against it, though, the way that things can go. It's an away game. They will be wanting it. Sunderland will be.
They'll be getting shaky now, Sunderland, I reckon.
Definitely, 100%. It's not gone to plan seeing out this game, and conceding one's the worst thing that can happen. It could lead to 2 at any point.
And it's been interesting to see as well, Salford not making too many substitutions. I mean, we've only had the one enforced one yet, which was Leo off for Bish. So interesting to see if Joe might go to his subs near the end of the game. But at the moment, I feel like he's just going to stick with the lads he's got on.
Yeah, it seems as though that injury must have been detrimental. He doesn't look like he's going to come on. I wonder if he's going to dip into the rest of the subs. But I think it wouldn't be a stupid thing to do, considering a burst of energy could easily.
That's what I
create a
mean,
goal.
yeah. But at the same time, I mean, these boys on the pitch have dug back to make it 2-1. Do you want to really change it? I don't really know. I mean, they've got some good players on the bench.
It's a tough decision to balance for the captain.
And I mean, you've got to.
He's gone into the book.
Another card.
And I think that is Ryan for interfering with play. He's gone into the book.
Oh, but he seems to be talking to Sunderland's coach.
Bit of confusion going on the pitch here, but it's getting a bit. It's getting a bit
Referee seems
tense.
to have lost his head. I don't know what.
The tension's rising as the game ticks away. 2-1. You just can't call it. Into the box. Ollie's going to claim that brilliant goalkeeping
by Ollie. And I tell you what, Edgar's on. Can he find him?
Just impeded
Lovely
by those
ball.
defence. Brilliant
Good
take
touch
by Edgar.
Unlucky there.
Classic defensive tactics to get it away, but Edgar's been a real threat when he's gotten the ball. His first touch is immaculate.
Definitely. And there's so many what ifs in this game. What if we could have got Edgar on the ball a bit more in that first half? If Leo were fit, would he have made a difference? But at the moment, as things stand, it looks like Sunderland could just nick it. It's a lovely ball there by Bish.
RJ's going to look to move into the box. He's got a lot of skill at his disposal. He's falling on the edge. It's just a vital footing to get it away.
He just seems to want it a little bit more, that midfield at the moment of Sunderland.
It's been a melting pot since the start of the game. That's
challenge.
Excellent challenge. He's not pulled any punches there. It's a late call from the ref.
Tom's got to be very careful now, moaning, because he is on a booking, but I thought that's a good challenge, if anything. You know, you've got to get stuck in eventually, haven't we? You've not seen enough of them this game.
It's more, the ref took a while to call it, and I think he was in 2 minds.
Yeah.
You've got to let the game flow at this stage.
It's frustrating. I mean, you've got to give Sunderland credit at this point. Any team would. You're 2-1 up. You've not been the dominant team for most of the game, but you know it's in your hands. And as you can see, there's a little bit of time wasting now with 16 down with cramp. The classic.
We've all seen that before.
Yeah, we've all seen that. There's nothing wrong with Misty, but you've got to give Sunderland credit here. But I tell you what, the game's not done yet. There's still plenty of time for Salford to get a goal back.
Bit of a limp, but I'm sure he'll be able to see out the game.
Game's gone.
The throw's not really convincing. He's gone straight into the hands of Salford. If Ryan could have controlled that just slightly better, his frustrations are coming out. But Ryan is going to be the secret ingredient in getting back into this game.
100%.
Already halfway there. One more goal, straight to penalties.
Exactly, and when it comes to pens, anything can happen, can't it? I mean, you'd like their number 9 on the first one if his first penalty had anything to go by, but Cal's got the ball now. Look at RJ.
It's an excellent ball. RJ's in so much space. Just brought down with his shin.
Unlucky. I tell you what, if RJ can get that down, it's a very hard pass to take down. But I tell you what, if he can get that down, what a chance that could have been. Lovely pass there by Cal.
Cal's got excellent vision across the pitch.
Unbelievable.
You can spot
pass.
them chances. There's always going to be an opening at the end of the game, especially when it gets nervy at the back. Played by Rob. Just over him, miscalculated. There to clear up is Joe. Good strength from Ryan, putting himself about as usual. Flicks up in the air and Rory's there to sweep.
It's better play from Salford here as Ryan gets hold of the ball. Rob on the...
People are desperately trying to move centrally because they know Rob can get one in the box. We need just a bit
more in the box though, that's the thing. I mean, it's hard with Edgar, with how small Edgar is. You just want that little bit of physicality and tallness like Ryan brings.
Looks like they're going for maybe a bit of urgency on the short corner.
Got to get it in, surely. Joe Gordon, the captain, coming in.
Edgar's going to go across to take the corner on this occasion.
You'd like to think that Rob will stay back here and Calpol go forward. It's going to be an Edgar corner, is it?
Let's see if you can float one in. Hanging in the box. Ball. Who's there to meet? Brilliant goalkeeping. He's gone, he's brave. He's put a hand in the way. It's come out to
Cal get
Cal.
it back in. He needs help.
Bit of physical
Tom's in.
acumen used there. Straight back. Looks as though there was a hand in there, but the ref was in a bit of a compromised position. Rob's got it amid pressure from the number 9, but he's come out of it immaculately.
And here's
brilliant
Ellison
play
on
from
left-hand
Ellison.
side. Will it be a corner there? It is a corner. And I tell you what, the pressure's mounting.
It's like watching David Silva sometimes with Ellison, the way he gets into them positions. But another corner coming in from Edgate.
And it's lovely
Ellison
movement by
back in.
Ellison. Can he get it
Brilliant
in the box?
awareness.
It's a decent ball to the back. Cal's there. It's Joe Gordon, sorry.
Oh, it's just a bit far.
And he
the
goes
keeper's
down.
going to go down, and
you know what's happening.
he's
You know
going
the
to take
script
these
by now.
opportunities. He's up again, but it's at the stage of the game where it's just everything's got to be pinpoint.
Pinpoint, perfect, yeah. It's tough. I mean, it's frustrating because Salford will come away if it ends 2-1 with what ifs in their mind, but at the moment Sunderland just look like they might be able to.
Well, they're trying everything. Salford switching between RJ and Edgar on either side.
It's a ball over the
Take
top
from
there.
15 was not much to be admired.
Oh, and
And
another
16's
player
gone
there
down
has gone
again.
down for.
It does look like they're going to make a
19.
substitution though. Whether that's to do with him or not, it's not. 11's come off. 16 still
like
down,
he's-
but they've
don't
got a
even
new
know what
player
he's doing.
introduced into the game here.
Really, really frustrating when you're on the opposition and you're losing, and this is the kind of dark tactics that they use. But like we said earlier, you can't really moan, can you? If you're a Sunderland player here, you're thinking you're into the last few minutes.
You know, if that's how you take the sting out of a tough
Exactly.
game, it's what you have to do in the cup games. You know, it'll be a very, very, very valuable passage through to the second round against Salford. Salford, who've made the trip up.
It will. It'll be a very long trip back as well for the Salford boys.
Certainly will.
It's big number 9 wins the header.
The space there, RJ's got to track back. If they want any chance of breaking. A counter-attack could bear fruits though. RJ's got a lot of space ahead of him.
And as you can see, they've switched the wingers, so RJ's onto the right, Edgar's on the left. And can RJ make a chance here? He
Just
will
as
go
the
out for a
floodlights go out
corner.
ahead of him. And this is promising. He's given a goal kick.
No way!
That is absolutely
No
scandalous,
way.
refereeing, I have to say.
I can't believe that. Seemed a clear corner.
I do think that the referee needs to adopt a better position on the pitch if he's seeing things like that, because that's clear as day.
I'd love to see that back because I could have swore that were a corner there, but Sunderland will take this. Been a
Promising
few
chance.
questionable decisions by the referee this half, I feel.
It's well fought for the 15. He still thinks the game's going on. The ref called it a while ago. You got to credit the character in winning that ball. Ollie's chasing the ball down. It's gone astray.
And as you can see, they are time wasting even more here. Sunderland trying to slow the game down as much as they can. But look how deep they are now. Cal's got plenty of room to drive into, and he will do that.
Sunderland looking to hang on. They're hanging by a thread. Salford coming forward with men, with numbers, and it's
poor ball
intercepted.
from
This
Cal
is the
there.
danger of coming forward.
He's
Good
recovered
challenge from
really
Cal,
well.
but is it enough? Just see the emotion coming out of the Salford players here. Sunderland holding on really well.
Let's get a smile from the number 9. We know what's going to happen here. We know the tactics, the dark arts of football.
Gone
for the
down, the
last 5.
ref's giving it, and if you're going to put your hands about, players are going to go down, you're going to concede free kicks. That's part and parcel of seeing the games out, and Sunderland have managed it quite well.
So the referee seems to have lost his head again with people asking how long is left. And he's making a point that he needs to concentrate more on the game.
Referee's
that's
not
been
much of
played.
a people's person, is he?
Yeah, he's not. Head seems to have been lost, and I mean, my head's lost after that. What was a corner, he's been given a goal kick, but never mind. Carrying here, Sunderland get a chance to get it in the box, which they will
We're heading
take.
into the final few stages of the game, headed towards the goal. Referee tentatively looking at his
Look at the
watch.
space Cal's got.
And Ollie's got to find a way through with his goal kick.
Lovely head there. Lovely head
New
there
addition
by
to
number
the game.
5.
He's going to get his first touches of the ball. 15 touches, not convincing. Bish's ball isn't convincing either, but it's fell to Ellison.
Bish will try win the ball back once again, and he's not been able to. And I tell you what, that's
It's a
a really
brilliant
nice
ball
ball.
first
He isn't
time.
offside there. I don't know.
But it's a brilliant
He
recovery
definitely
of
weren't
challenge.
offside there. I
Definitely
think
wasn't offside. I'm questioning the linesman's decision there to put his flag in the
and
air.
it seems
but-
to get in a very
and
tense
this is
here in
where-
the finals showings with Rob seeming to get a little bit cagey here with number 9, and this is exactly what Sunderland are going to be wanting here.
This is where the teeth start baring. This is where the emotion starts coming out.
And you can tell frustration's really got to the Salford boys now, and Sunderland will be loving this.
They've got to get that ball into the final third. They've got to break through this defence if they want any chance of equalising.
I don't know what the referee is doing. Obviously, he must be talking to both the lads over the altercation there. I don't really know why we're not playing on yet, but
You want to keep the game moving towards the end of the game. You don't want to be killing it like the ref seems to be doing. Looking to get the ball
really fine
forward
Joe.
as quickly, with as much power as possible. Cal could be the man to do that. Rory looking to hold it off. If he can just release it.
He's done well there against 3
Cal's
orange
kept it
bodies.
in. Oh, this is unreal. The interplay is brilliant, but there's not much time left on the clock. Ellison out wide again. Edgar's got to do something with this.
Will he find the overlap?
He's
Gone
released
for a
it.
shot
but
and
it's
it's dragged wide, and you'd like to think now that that could be one of the last attacks of the game. Ref's looking at his watch.
Bix looking to move the game on as swiftly as possible.
Get him on the pitch.
2 minutes is the cry from the Sunderland centre half.
Still time.
There's still a high press, even with
The game
The lack of
seemingly,
time.
yeah, in their
balance
hands.
on a knife edge, you've got to say. Good
Nice there from Rob. Getting
Got to
stuck
get
in.
it forward. It's a case of moving the ball forward. Rob's doing that on the turn. Edgar coming back to take it.
Oh, and does he play advantage there?
You've got to play advantage.
Surely advantage were on there, but
Give
he
us
slowed
the
the game
Salford,
down,
is
and it's working in Sunderland's hands there. He's not played.
The keeper's coming up, and this is where you know you're watching an excellent end to the football match, because Ollie's risking it all. He's in the box. He's looking to create as much of a nuisance as he can. This is going to be an excellent end to the match.
What can Salford do? Can
Rob
they do it?
Hoisted in,
Oh,
it's
it's a
just
poor
short.
ball.
The keeper's out of his box. Edgar's got to keep it. He sends it forward. Ellison's chest, it just doesn't control it.
And I tell you what, is Ollie going to stay up?
Ollie's
No, he's
scampering back.
He's going to scamper back, but a poor ball from Rob there in the final minutes of the game, seconds of the game, as Bish gets bodied straight off the ball from
there
number
wasn't
9.
a shout.
It's not a foul.
He didn't know. And 9 moving forward. He's got all the players around him. He's kept it. He's gone out, but Sunderland won't care. This could well be the final act. Ref seems to be moving the game along. Ollie again looking to move the ball forward.
It's a lovely ball to Cal. What can he do? Can he drive inside?
Ryan's got a nice run. RJ's there with a
on
bit
it.
of space. 2 defenders ahead of him. Moves inside. Ellison's first touch pass. It wasn't there, and the ref's whistle goes to his mouth. It's a loss on the road for Salford. 2-1 to Sunderland at home, who held on brilliantly. It's been a brilliant end to the game. It just wasn't enough at the end for Salford.
No, and you can see there, they're a massive roar from the Sunderland lads, and you can say as much as you want that Salford were the dominant side, but at the end of the day, it's Sunderland that get to the next round, and fair play to them. You know, they dug deep when they needed to. Defensively, they were sound for most of the game, and I think Salford they'll be very angry and a bit disappointed with that, because I feel like the game was there to be taken, but it ends 2-1 to Sunderland, and they're through to the next round.
So I'm here with Ollie after the game, tremendous victory for you on your home ground. It will be disappointing for Salford to take the three-hour trip back, but how did you look to set up amid a brilliant team?
To be honest, so obviously we don't know a lot about the Salford team, and with them being the other side of our division and seeing them winning 3 out of 3, we thought they were going to set up strong, but we didn't see much. We haven't looked at much behind the scenes of kind of how they set up, so we just wanted to be compact, set them off from the first 10, put the ball in behind, see how they dealt with it, and go from there and kind of adapt into the game, which I thought was shown, because first half we were a bit, like a hot potato, but second half we grew in and kind of worked out how they play and set up to kind of on the press to go beat. So I thought we set up well in the end, to be honest.
Well, there was a clear game plan. You obviously had a present striker up front, and he was causing a lot of problems to the Salford defence. Do you think that was something you looked to utilise before the game? And during?
Yeah, 100%. He's a handful. He's a big lad and gets himself about and knows how to do it. So we definitely play off him as much as we can, because no matter who comes up against, centre backs, tall, small, fast or strong, he seems to get on the top end of them in the end, because he just knows how to use his body. So that's definitely something we utilise in games, 100%.
And from the attack to the defence, defensively you were sound. There was a lot of pressure from the wide, but narrowly, so compact in the middle.
Yeah. So we knew your wingers after 10 into the game were your danger men. You've got 2 tricky, fast wingers who were causing us problems. But we figured with the big lad up front who is a handful, your number 10. We figured if we just stay compacting on him, what they whip in we'll just deal with. So we just doubled up on him in the end, and it seemed to pay off.
Brilliantly managed performance today. Well done.
Thank you very much.
So Alfie, trip to Sunderland, 3 hours on the road, 3 hours back. How disappointing is it not to get through to the next round?
Obviously it'll be disappointing for them lads, but look, they're a good group of lads and they'll know that there's a lot to learn from this going into the league now. Obviously it's been a long trip, it's been a long day out, but I feel like at the end of the day, even though Salford, they look the more attacking presence on the pitch, I think Sunderland can go away very happy with the result there, and I feel like I said, it'll be a big learning curve for for Salford going forward, but yeah, they'll be disappointed.
For someone who knows the team as well as you do, who would you pick out as man of the match for Salford today?
It's very tough. I thought first half Rob were brilliant on that left-hand side, but I feel like you've got to give it Ryan for the second half. You've got that goal.
I would go with Ryan.
Yeah, I feel like Ryan, he used his presence really well in that game, and he had a few chances, but he took his goal really well, and I feel like he probably deserves the man of the match.
And towards the end of the game, after Salford had brought one back, did you think there was a chance?
Yeah, look, Salford showed all game that they had the attacking threat. RJ was causing havoc. I think Edgar in that second half was really well, and obviously Ryan up top. But it's one of them games, I feel like it was always a what if for most of the game. We had little chances here and there, but Sunderland, you've got to give them credit. They took their chances and they're through to the next round now.
I think what it definitely shows is promise for the rest of the season, because it wasn't a bad performance by any means, I don't think.
No, look, the Salford, the 3 out of 3 in the league, they'll not be too bothered. Obviously, everyone wants a cup run. All 4 teams for Salford will want a cup run this year, but look, they've just got to learn from it now. There's nothing they can do now. They can just go into the season and look to win the league. But look, they're 9 out of 9 in the league, so I think they'll have no issues going forward.
Cheers, Alfie.
No worries, mate.